Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. Game number 4 of the IPL has been completed. It was the two debutants, Lucknow Super Giants and the Gujarat Titans, clashing in what was a debutants clash. And in the end, it was Gujarat Titans winning. It was a close game. It went till the end, but I felt that those 4 wickets that Lucknow kind of lost in the power play, that kind of cost them the game. But then even also tactically in the field, there was a few bowling decisions that I didn't completely agree with, and that might have cost them the game as well. And for Gujarat, it looks like a disjointed team, but they got the points on the board. Hardik Pandya leading from the front, bowling, batting, and to see him captain was a nice change as well. And it worked out for his team. People stepping up. Tewatia again rolling back the years. Those Sharjah days when he hit 5 sixes to Cottrell. Not so much the same number of sixes, but the reverse sweep that he hit, and he just changed the momentum of the game. Despite losing wickets, they had that run rate in check, and because it was a decent score, not too above expectations, the run rate was always in check. Ashish, what's up, man? Hardik Pandya, best captain, best all-rounder, best player. Yeah, I think Hardik Pandya, I was really excited to see him in this role. And although he didn't have the greatest of games, I felt that it was a good game for him and the results matter. So we're going to see a lot more from Pandya. I have a special guest joining me right now. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up, Musti? Crazy days of cricket is back.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, if there's any issues, just take over. But I think we're good to go. Yeah, did you enjoy the game? Now every day IPL. In the first game was a bit boring. For me it was getting out of bed kind of thing. Struggling a bit to watch the IPL, but now I'm getting into that flow of matches every day. It was a good game today. Two debutants. I felt that Lucknow, they still have some good players to come in, and I still feel they have a good squad, but just their main guys didn't fire, and that's what happens when your main players don't fire. The bucks that you pay, if they don't reward you, then it's difficult. But yeah, your thoughts on the game?
Well, the game was obviously a good game, good contest of cricket, but what about the first ball what Shami bowled to KL Rahul? That was unbelievable. He couldn't do anything about it. I don't think so any other batsman could have played it much better than what KL actually tried to do. It was just that late swing that got his edge. But yes, talking about youngsters in the game, what performance by the youngsters. Yeah. Badoni, even Manohar, and we've seen Rahul Tewatia do this before, but Huda acting as a senior partner in this game, and Rahul Tewatia also acting as a senior partner in this game. It actually shows how the maturity level of such players has gone higher from previous two IPLs. So it's great to watch the youngsters coming and performing as the way they do back in Syed Mustaq Ali or even Ranji trophies. So it's amazing, and it was a great day of cricket for youngsters, I would say.
Absolutely. I think with the 10-man team, there's more opportunities for youngsters. You'll see more of these players as the tournament progresses. Ashish Singh, what about 20 lakhs boy killing it in his first game?
Who was the 20 lakh boy? The two of them, I think both got 20 lakhs.
That's a good question. But always...
Was it Badoni or Manohar he's talking about? both killed it.
Yeah, they both.
Badoni was rated higher because he was playing the likes of Rashid Khan and Lockie Ferguson. He actually, if you saw the highlights, they showed that Lockie Ferguson bowled a ball of 150 plus, and he actually middled it and played it. So
I saw that. The 1 point. I saw that. And he was clocking consistently close to 150, 148, 149 was Ferguson. Absolutely. I think only Nokia will match to that. So yeah, I think you're right. He showed courage, and they were 4 down for 29. Initially I said that Lucknow lost too many wickets in the power play that cost them the game. But then, the way the second innings panned out, they picked up wickets. But it was a bit of lack of discipline. When Hardik Pandya came in, they fed him on the leg side. He was just flicking it for 4. I think 3 or 4 boundaries. He got to 20 in 8 deliveries or 10 deliveries by just flicking down the leg side. It was that. And then, Chamira not getting his quota done. I felt that was a mistake as well. He should have been given, the death overs. And then Avesh, what's his name? Mohsin Khan getting the ball in different situations. I think that's where you could have given it to Chamira. And Ravi Bishnoi also getting hit. Yeah, fielding was okay, I would say, but yeah, what your thoughts on the bowling and the way Lucknow tried to defend?
See, it wasn't bad, but again,
Yeah, he bowled
we've
three overs.
always
I
been.
looked at. Sorry, he did bowl 3 overs. I looked at your face. I thought I got it wrong, but he did bowl 3 overs, Chamira. So yeah, he didn't complete his quota.
Yeah, he bowled 3 overs, and then he had 1 over left for the 19th over, I guess. The
He
next
didn't.
over, the last over, he was supposed to bowl.
Why didn't he bowl the last over?
No, so he was supposed to bowl the no. It was in the last over. Avish Khan bowled, so he got only three
Yes, why
overs. Yeah,
didn't he
Shamina
bowl
got only three
That's what I'm
overs.
saying. That's so now it's clear that it was a captaincy error there, right? Like he should have bowled the second last or last over.
Yeah,
Avish, like,
100%. He
you
had to
bowl
get a
Avish
full quota.
like honestly, Mohsin Khan didn't do bad in the second last over, but you give your two most experienced bowlers the death over, so he should have gotten the either second last or last over, and at least if he gets hit, he gets hit. But his figures are 22 runs, 3 overs, 2 wickets.
See, we always spoke about KL Rahul's captaincy. I am not a big fan of KL Rahul. I always kept telling you that he still has a lot to learn. We've also seen him being the captain for India in the absence of Virat and Rohit. So I don't know what to comment now on KL Rahul, but yes, there is some kind of an error. Like, you know, he was very happy after the game because how the youngsters performed. But
Hmm.
but I still feel that there should be, that eager, the passion to like not be content with such performances. He needs to cross that line. It's very difficult for him to
I'm
cross
guessing
that
you
line.
saw his Instagram post after the game.
Yeah, like he also posted. No, he actually said it in his interview. That I'm coming from his match interview. What he said, like I was happy the way he spoke about it, but that happiness was way more for my liking compared to what he should have been in that kind of situation. So maybe it's just the first game, so give him the benefit of doubt. But yes, I feel that there's something which he lacks to cross the line, and I hope he gets it soon.
Yeah, even Gujarat in this team, you see clear holes in this team, and it doesn't look like a full like proper team. It looks kind of disjointed, right? Like you have Hardik batting at four.
Yeah,
Yes, the opening looks good, but then you have Vijay Shankar in the middle. Then you have Tewatia, Miller. We don't know what we're going to expect from them. Manohar, we don't know what's going to expect, but they do have match winners there. And you saw Shami. Have you changed your mind on Shami because you were against him in white ball cricket, but the way he bowled today, he must have changed your mind because that was it wasn't just the wickets, it was the way he was getting the wickets, right?
absolutely, absolutely. Shami has shown with red ball. I've seen him live bowling with red ball, but today he actually bowled exactly the same with white ball. In fact, even if you heard KL Rahul in his interview, he said that he didn't expect Shami to bowl that well what he did. So it was a surprise for everyone. But yes, Shami actually proved himself again, yet again, that he can swing the ball, and that late swing he gets is unplayable. So hats off to Shami. And talking about the Titans team, I feel Vijay Shankar one down. Come on, you can't just
You don't
play
have a
him.
choice, so like you don't have a
They
choice.
don't have a choice. Exactly, they don't have a choice.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing. Like you can try it. You can try Manohar there. You can try Tiwari. You can try different things. But that's the thing. That's what I mean by disjointed. Like they'll win games. Don't get me wrong. Like I still feel that Lucknow would have won this game. But Gujarat will probably win games. They have match winners there. But just the flow of the team, it doesn't really sit right like that, right on paper. But games don't be are not played on paper. They're played on the pitch. And today they won the game, so you have to give them credit there.
yeah, 100%. But see, again, you see Matthew Wade will struggle in the start because he has to get used to Bombay pitches. He's not played that much international cricket in subcontinent,
Hmm.
so that would be a big point for him to prove. Then you're totally dependent on straight Hardik Pandya. If Hardik Pandya fails, then you're dependent on a player like Tewatia or what do you call David Miller. And David Miller is not being so consistent throughout the past 2 years of IPL. So it's something what Titans. It's a very worry for Titans, but I feel someone like Vijay Shankar playing one down is a big worry for them. If they come, if he comes, say after David Miller, then you can give him that license to hit, which he can, but you need that balance out batsman in the one down position.
Yeah, you need it, but I don't know. They just
In the
also
squad, there's no one.
no, they can try different things, but the thing is, even a Vijay Shankar, like the way they're set up in that number three kind of role, even if they can get a 20 of 10 of someone, it's fine, right? They still have
Yeah,
batting. Like now, the way Tewatia is playing, they do bat kind of deep, but even batting wise, right? One guy will. They need some consistency there because they require Tewatia and Miller to play like this every game. Because if they don't finish off games, this game would have been done and dusted, right?
yeah.
If there wasn't much due, if they got out a bit early, if the Lucknow bowled better, this game would have been done dusted. If your middle lower order can bat like this, then I don't think that number three is a big issue. But if they don't have Tewatia and Miller finishing off games, then it's an issue. Right now, it's okay, I feel, but that's the thing.
But they do actually have Shuman Gill. Maybe it's like
Yeah,
bad day for him today, but yeah, I'm sure he can also
that's
perform
also,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah.
Ashish is saying, is this because Shami got rest and performed well, whereas Bumrah and Siraj getting hit because they are tired? It's a bit of that, but it's also the pitches that they were playing on. I felt that there was more movement there for Shami. It was more conducive. Of course, he exploited it to perfection, but there was a bit more hint of swing there, and the pitch was not as flat as the other pitches that Bumrah and Siraj bowled on.
Yeah, we also saw Umesh the other day on the same pitch,
Yeah.
getting that swing. So yes, definitely some help from the pitch starting.
Yep, and just a few more things. Krunal Pandya and Deepak Hooda, they seem like friends. They celebrated the wicket together. They're enjoying life together. It looks like they couldn't bat together because Deepak Hooda got out first, but it feels like everything is done and dusted, and they're in it to win it. I liked the way Krunal Pandya really bowled, and he was helping out KL Rahul as the more experienced player. Who would have thought we'd be talking about Krunal Pandya, Hardik Pandya's experienced players, but they are now, right? And
Yeah.
it looked good. That the chemistry looked good on the field. It's just the crunch overs, they let it slip, man. Gujarat got the boundaries at the right time. You could call it due, but also bowling wise, they just didn't hit the lines and lengths properly and gave away freebies.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Krunal Pandya is a vice captain for their team for Lucknow, but I definitely saw Krunal going to KL and suggesting him to bowl Huda, and Huda actually got them Matthew Wade in that over. So that was something nice to watch, that Huda and Krunal are gelling well again, and it's good for the team.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it works out for them. Especially, when you have a person like Gambhir sitting and watching you guys. So, like, too much negativity, but maybe they convert that into positivity.
Yeah, I think that's the thing for Lucknow. The team is actually good now. A lot of questions will be raised for KL Rahul if he continues to lose. Because yes, I think let's wait for Holder and Stoinis to come. When they come, they're going to be even better, especially with the ball. So
True.
there will be options. But the likes of Huda and Kunal Pandya, if they can contribute like this consistently, then this team is going to be a bit difficult to beat. You just need your top order to fire. You need Rahul and Quinton de Kock to give you some sort of start, and
Yeah.
then they can take care of it because they have batting now. So even if the openers fail to get out of a situation 29 for 4 and post almost 160, it shows that you have a middle order. Now it's just about the top order to fire, and then you get the Holder and Stoinis kind of experience, and this team looks really good on paper. Now it's just about getting the pieces right and playing games, getting your decisions right, and taking your chances.
Yeah, absolutely. So you had Chamira, you had Quinton. Who were the other two foreigners? Did they play two? They played with two, or they played with
No, they
four?
played with three. I think Quinton de Kock, Evan Lewis, and Dushan
Evan
Sharma.
Lewis. Yeah. So okay, so who you think Stoinis is coming for? Stoinis is coming for Evan Lewis?
Yeah, I would do that. I would do Stoinis for Evan Lewis, and I would do. I would get in. I mean, it's harsh on the lad, but like,
Mohsin?
yeah, either Mohsen or probably Mohsen for Jason Holder. That makes sense. Holder
Absolutely.
will bowl you 4 overs. Then you always have Deepak Huda to turn to, as Stoinis to turn to. You have an extra bowler.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
Stoinis is somebody who can bat one down also. I would prefer.
Stoinis one down.
If you have Holder at the back, then why not play Stoinis? Right?
100%.
You only
100%.
10 finishes in your team.
Yeah, they make a very good balance side and a very strong team to look at.
It's harsh to say this, but with this team, you need top four, man. Anything less than top four, it's going to be disappointing. I mean, it's still their
Absolutely.
first season; they're going to learn. But I
Yeah.
just feel with this team, they do look stacked. Anything else you wanted to discuss regarding the match? Rashid Khan, man, got hit for six, but he's still economy of 6.25, man. Uh,
Bro, if you actually saw the economy list, he is the lowest and he's topping the charts. He is someone to like
so look at this.
like so difficult to hit him,
Shami's economy
even
was,
after getting hit for a six.
yeah, he got 6.25. Shami's economy, and Rashid Khan 6.75.
Yeah,
The guy is insane, man.
absolutely.
Arun, you're happy with this performance? 4 overs, 45 runs, 2 wickets.
No, I think that was Shubman Gill's wicket and not his wicket. And I think he got too excited after that, and he definitely got hit
I
by
can't
the
believe
youngster.
Yeah, and
So,
Ashish, I think it's him watching us. So just to answer his question again, you're talking about the Bumrah and Siraj getting hit. It's a mix of freshness, tiredness, but it's also the track as well. There was on this pitch there was that movement in the first 4 or 5 overs, which we didn't really see in the other two games, and that could be a reason. But of course, freshness is also a part of it. It's a combination of things.
true.
Hardik Pandya's captaincy.
I like the way he was calm. He was definitely calm and composed. He obviously went through the plan. You have someone like Gary Gustin in your management. Obviously, that will help him. Yes, Ashish Nehra. I don't know how Ashish Nehra and Hardik Pandya are working out. We did see him come during strategic timeouts and talk to Hardik, and they went as per the plan. But yes, I felt you know he could have done something different when Huda and Badoni were playing. He could have got maybe a fast bowler, a quick bowler, Lockie Ferguson, when they were building up a partnership, because he still had 2 overs remaining, because he knew that Krunal is there next, and then they have just the tail. So I thought that he missed a trick over there by giving them some extra runs. Maybe 20 more runs were given for me in the first innings.
The only other guy he could have tried was Tewatia. Otherwise, yeah, you could have tried Tewatia. You could have tried Vijay Shankar. He had options. Maybe he could have. But again, if he did give it to Tewatia, he would be sitting here and saying that why did he give it to somebody like him and all the other five bowlers who bowling well?
But I think he got hit in the third over, so he himself should have given his last over to someone. Maybe he could have tried it out.
This guy is. I like this though. When captains are on international level, in particular, when captains are bowlers and batsmen, they tend to like all rounders in particular. They tend to underuse them. But he's using himself. He's coming batting. He's like Shadab. He's batting at number 4. He's bowling his quota. I like that. Like I like him leading from the front. You're a captain. Make the most of it. Right?
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, there will be times we might sit down and criticize why is he coming at 4, why is he bowling so many overs. But
I have a question for you, since I didn't meet you yesterday for yesterday's game, but I have a question for you. Since last year, I'm asking you this question.
yeah,
Earlier, Virat used to not use Shahbaz Ahmed, and
yeah,
now Fab didn't use Shahbaz Ahmed again. After giving him over in power play, and he gave only 6 runs for one
yeah.
over, and still he wasn't brought back to bowl his 3 overs. So I still don't understand what's the theory with Shahbaz Ahmed. He's such a good bowler, such a good all rounder actually for you, but you don't utilize him. Then why do you play him?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't have the answer for that. I don't have
It's
the answer.
it's like it's not been like once. It's been like almost 2 seasons now. We've been continuously seeing that he comes, he gives you like 3 wickets in a match, makes you win the match. Next match he's not bowling at all. Now first
Maybe
game,
he's like me. He doesn't want to bowl.
why wouldn't he want to bowl? What's the
Maybe he's like me.
it's
I don't
really
have.
heartbreaking. If you see from his point of view, what would he be thinking? Like
That's
it's so like disheartening for him.
about Ashish is saying Dew was the factor in it. Plus 2 lefties were batting. But even today, 2 lefties were batting, and Krunal Pandya was exceptional against those 2 lefties. He bowled really well with the Dew. So I
He
don't know,
bowled
like
brilliantly. So
yeah. So I like
yeah,
that. I'm never a fan of matchups. I told you this before as well. It works at times, like Deepak Huda. It was a matchup against the left-handers. He came, he took a wicket. But Krunal Pandya was also bowling from the other end to the lefties. So yeah, it is. It could be a reason. But if the guy's already in rhythm, why not just bowl him? right? Why not just bowl him if he's in rhythm? If he gets hit, then you don't bowl him in the next matches. But like Pantu is
Hasaranga
saying,
did get bowling.
yeah, the guy is performing, he's picking up wickets, he's giving you less runs, then continue with him. If he's not, then you don't need to try. Like if you don't know about him, then don't try. But if he's already performing for you, he does not had too many bad overs, then give it a try. Once he gets smashed, then okay, fine. But if he's in rhythm, you give your confidence bowler the ball. Sorry. He trusted Hasaranga to bowl
Yeah,
Bhupesh to them.
and if you see, like, but still, so it was a disadvantage for them because the Sri Lankan batsman knew Hasaranga extremely well. He smashed him out of the park. If a person like Shahbaz would have bowled against I'm sorry, I forgot his name. Apaksha? No.
Rajapaksa.
The Sri Lankan batsman name?
Rajapaksa.
Rajapaksa. So so Hasaranga knew. Rajapaksa knew how Hasaranga bowls. So he got smashed. So obviously he could have definitely tried Shahbaz against him.
Yeah, you could have tried. Look, there's no guarantee that with the due and the angle that he would take wickets, he might have get hit for sixes. But I agree, like if he's in rhythm, then why not?
Everyone was getting hit, so why not try him? That's what I was saying.
When it's like that, matchups, I'm not too. I know it works, like it does work. But if a guy is confident, then suppose I'm bowling, I'm picking up 4 wickets, and then just because a left-hander comes in and I'm bowling into him, you take me off and get somebody in. It as an individual, you don't get that confidence. Then you're like, I'm bowling well, why am I taken off? So that's it. I wouldn't have tried him if he didn't bowl him at all. I would understand, but the fact that he bowled him over and not bowl him, that is
that also in power play. So seriously.
Yeah, so that is a bit of a thing, but that they clearly went with matchups. That's the reasoning behind it. Whether it's right or wrong, that's a different theory. But the reasoning behind was the matchups. I think that this wraps up the game. Your player of the match?
My player of the match was Badoni.
You always pick losing team.
Well, he made the game. There wouldn't have been a game. Obviously, Badoni and Huda. Huda was the one who started off, but Badoni really impressed me. He smashed a 6 to Rashid. I have never seen a youngster come and smash a 6 to Rashid.
You'll see a lot of it. But Rahul Tewatia, without a doubt. You're saying there was no game without Badoni. There was no win for Gujarat without Rahul Tewatia. He won them the game.
Yeah, and he was the man of the match, right? So it's not that I usually like to go for people who also perform well and wasn't given the match. No, it's not necessary. For example, I also like Manohar, but his inning was a very short contribution.
You give it Shami.
Shami was like the person of the game. Like you can't take him out of the game.
If Shami was the person, then what was Tewatia?
So if Shami was the cake, Tewatia was the cherry.
You have to give it to one of them, in my opinion. Like it's about winning the games. You're
then I would give it to Shami.
You're the one who loves to win. Imagine you won and the man of the match I get because
I don't know why you get that feeling from me. Yesterday we lost and we were smiling, but yes, the captain, Mr. Ramesh Durrani, had a lot to say after the game. But yes,
no, I'm saying like coming to this situation, I know where you're coming from, but it's not like the thing is Deepak Huda is also there. He also contributed. But in these situations, in these kind of games, unless it's 100, when you're chasing 220 and a losing cause or something like that, then okay. Like that innings Samson hit against Punjab, you could give Samson the man of the match there. Here you have to.
How about Faf yesterday and Ishan Kishan yesterday?
No, because you had in Faf's case, you had what's his name? You had Odin Smith, you had Shikhar Dhawan, you had all these guys. You had Rajapaksa. Everyone, they won the game.
But I felt Faf was much better than both of them because Faf played out the tough time in the start of the innings, but because in the second innings there was no movement with the ball. Faf actually stayed there, played out. If he would have played a rash shot in the starting of the innings, he would have got out and he wouldn't have scored the 80 runs.
No, but if you look at it from that case, he batted really well. He got a chance as well. He batted really well. I completely agree with that. But at the end of the day, it wasn't like like in match changing in terms of it didn't win them the game. You have to look at, unless you got really close or something like that. Over here, they still won with how many balls to spare? 6 balls to spare, 7 balls to spare. They
Six
won.
balls.
Yeah, so like it was a reasonably comfortable victory. In that, you have to give it to the. You're chasing 200 successfully. You have to give it to the winning team. You can't give it to the losing team. Losing team.
I somewhat
You
agree
can.
with
You
that.
can. It's your choice. I'm just arguing with it.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no cannot here. You can do whatever you feel. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. Now, last 5 minutes, you can take over the show.
So let's do a review for tomorrow's game. Who's playing tomorrow? It's none other than SRH,
Orange Army.
Mr. Mustafa Ismail's team against also Mustafa's team because he really likes Shamita Shetty. So it's love versus war or war versus love. I don't know. It's Rajasthan Royals versus Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Yeah, so
What are your thoughts?
Sunrisers all the way. You're asking me as a fan, Sunrisers all the way, Orange Army all the way. If you look at it from a cricketing point of view, it's Rajasthan is an excellent team on paper. Their bowling has really improved this season on paper. Again, we don't know what's going to happen on the field. The inclusion of Chahal is outstanding. They've got Trent Bolt as well, brilliant. He can pick wickets with the new ball. He can break the backbone of opposition teams in the power play itself. Batting wise, they have Josh Butler. He can win you games. Yeah, Padikal and Jaiswal, very good, promising youngsters. Sanju Samson, we see glimpses of him. Hopefully, he's more consistent this season. And then they have Hetmeyer who can finish games as well. So it's a more all-rounded team, and they have proven and tested players. Sunrisers, on the other hand, they had a huge budget. They could have got the best of the best. They chose the youngsters, whether that was they were forced to on some occasions, and sometimes they chose themselves. But the Sunrisers are a team that not all proven players, but there's some really good talent there. The likes of Nicholas Puran, Kane Williamson. You have Washington Sundar, and then the yet to be proven Abdul Samad, Abhishek Sharma, and Umran Malik. I don't think it's going to be their season this season, but at least if we can see some improvement, then we'll understand this process in 3-4 years' time.
True. It's yet to prove. The youngsters have yet to prove themselves. But my question to you is, who's opening for SRH? Washington Sundar or Abhishek Nair?
You're asking who I want to open or who will open?
No, who you want to open?
I would go Washington Sundar and Rahul Tripathi, but I think they will go Abhishek Sharma and Tripathi, or they can even go Abhishek Sharma and Kane Williamson. Because if you want to go like that, you have Kane Williamson who can anchor. You have Abhishek Sharma who will go all out. Then Rahul Tripathi comes in, one down, he continues. But I would like to see Rahul Tripathi open. I just find him good as an opener. Use the power play. He can also be aggressive if needed. And Williamson one down. I just like to see the likes of Williamson, Kohli, Root, Babar Azam. I like to see them one down. But we've seen in the past these kind of players like to open the batting as well. It's Williamson's call.
So looking at the SRH side, I hope Kane goes one down, because if he goes out early in the start, I think there might be a collapse. So it's better that Kane Williamson.
It won't make a big difference, because even if he comes one down, if he can come in this first over in one down as well. If Abhishek Sharma gets out swinging in the first over, then Williamson is practically
true that.
It won't make a big difference. It won't make a big difference, and that's why the reason why I'm saying that is because they also have Pure and Markram there. If they don't perform, it's a different thing, but you do have batting there. And if Washington Sundar is also in that lineup, you have him at 6-7. You do have a deep batting lineup. You can add a Marco Jansen or a Romario Shepherd. You have Abdul Samad. You have batting there. Now, whether they perform or not, that's a different question.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
So your four foreigners is going to be Kane Williamson, Markham, Puran, and either Romario Shepherd or Marco Jansen.
Yeah, you want to go like a different. Like the thing is, they already have Natarajan, so you don't really need a left-arm pacer. But if you want that extra bounce, you go with Jansen, and he can provide with the bat. If you want to just go with a bit of pace, but he can get hit, but pick up wickets, Romario Shepherd, and then with the bat he can hit sixes as well. So you can go either or from both of those. But this kind of team, I won't be surprised if I see Shreyas Gopal in there. I won't be surprised if I see Sean Abbott instead of any of the other two. Anything can happen with this team management.
Do you know which ground they're playing on? Are they playing in Brabourne or
Pune, the first game of this
season? They're playing in Pune.
Pune, yeah.
But Pune is also a pretty slow deck. Maybe
it's going to be the first match there, so hopefully we get to see a good pitch. I think, I don't know how it is in Pune, but maybe beginning of the season it'll be a bit flatter. But if we get to see some moisture there and a bit there for the fast bowlers, then both teams have swing bowlers. But I think that's where Rajasthan, someone like a Bolt can really exploit, and that's my fear, right? Like you're talking about Williamson, you're talking about someone like a Puran, someone like a Markram. But if the conditions are swinging and everything, someone like a Bolt, and then if it's straight turns, then Chahal and Ashwin, they can also get you out. So that's where I'm a bit concerned.
So your four foreigners for Rajasthan?
I go Joss Butler. I would go Sherman Hetmeyer, go Trent Bolt, and then the fourth option, I don't know. I need to know who the other options are.
I think. Just give me 1 second. I'll let you know.
Yeah. So basically, what's his name? Joss Butler. I would like to see him open, but I think they will go. They will go with
Do you
Padikkal.
think they'll go with two left-handers opening?
I think they will. They might, but I would like to see Butler open. But I would over here. I would go Butler and Padikkal. The reason why I'm saying this is because someone like a Padikkal, after the power play, he tends to slow down and he doesn't play spin as well as someone like a Jaiswal. So that's the only reason I would go Padikkal and Butler open and Jaiswal one down. Or you just go both lefties open. Yeah, you go
Samson
both.
two down?
Yeah, or you could go both lefties open. Samson one down, Butler two down. That's your other option. That's your other option. So I'm just looking at they have Jimmy Neesham or Coulter Nile. So I would like to see one of them at number 7. That would be my fourth pick. Let's go with with Coulter.
What about Daryl Mitchell?
Darren Mitchell again, like for New Zealand, he opened the batting, although he can bat anyway. Now you have 100 openers over there, so I'm not going to go Darren Mitchell. I would like to see a seaming all-rounder, someone like a Neesham.
Maybe a Jimmy Neesham?
Neesham or Coulter Nile. I would go with Coulter Nile, man. I saw some good contributions from him, both ball and bat. Yes, he does get hit at times, but he can trouble you with that pace. And with the bat, he can hit those sixes as well. I think he's an option. You could go either or. I would just go Coulter Nile to start with. And then if it doesn't work out, you can go Neesham. The man who's going to cement his place forever, I think, for the next 30 years is Rayan Parag. At number 6, I don't think anybody's taking that position from him. But I would like to. I want to see him perform in this season. We saw in instances against.
We saw some glimpses, yeah.
Against Sunrisers themselves, I think last season or the season before, he finished off a game. He batted really well with Tewatia. So he's someone that I want to see. But apart from that, they got their bases covered. The top 5 looks good. Hetmeyer, then you have Parag at 6. You have a Neesham or a Coulter Nile. You have Ashwin. You have good batting. And bowling, Trent Bolt and Prasidh Krishna will be a good combination.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Absolutely.
Has bowled with some good pace, and with the new ball, he can swing it as well. This is a good team. Overall, this is, on paper, it's a very good team.
Yeah, they also have Van der Dusen as backup, man. Come on. They can actually have a second team playing with them.
Yeah, if Hetmeyer doesn't perform, you can get in Van der Dusen. That last second shopping that they did in the auction where they picked up all the players for a bargain, that can be the game changer for them.
Absolutely.
You have options now.
Yeah, I don't know why SRH didn't pick them.
Yeah, I don't know either. You went with Markram for 4, where Van Dusen went for 1. I understand Markram provides with the ball as well, but they overpaid for their players, certainly.
True.
But it's a new season. You have to back your team. Always excited if win or lose. This one is less pressure though. Even from a fan's perspective, the expectations are low. So more about enjoying. I think previous seasons this team was very strong. I was always confident. I said this is one of the greatest teams in IPL, because they always made the playoffs. I can't say the same thing right now, but it's a young team. You have to give them a chance. If they do, look, what's the worst comes to worst, if they're going to lose, right? At least they will gain that experience to become better players. Now the thing is, but I would like them to stick with that. You don't back Abdul Samad now and then in next season trade him off, or Abhishek Sharma trade him off. You got him. Play them for 3-4 seasons, because you're not going to benefit now. You're going to benefit in 2026. We're assuming that there's not going to be any big auction, right? So if that's the thing, you're going to get the fruits then. Yes, you will get contributions now. You have current match winners in Puran. You've asked me this question. I've always ignored it, but you have Puran, you have Williamson there, you have Bhuvneshwar Kumar. These guys are match winners. Washington Sundar on his day can be a match winner. So you have match winners there who can win you games. But overall, it's a young team, like Arsenal in the Premier League.
It is. It truly is. But I feel they do have a balanced side. They do have their spots covered once we
Yeah,
got
the
the team
spots are
in.
covered, but
But
it's
it's
ifs
just
and buts.
yeah, it's just that they perform well
It's
on
ifs
during
and
the
buts, yeah. Like, will Pooran have a good season? Will Markram provide with the ball and bat? Will Williamson tennis elbow stay away? And can he give consistent, like, play as an anchor? It all ifs and buts. That's the
yeah.
only thing. But it's a young team. You'll see some good glimpses from them. Hopefully, they get to win some good games. But at the end of the day, they're playing a very good side, so they have to be on top of the game. You're playing. You always, you want to win games, and you want to be challenged against the best. And Rajasthan is one of the top teams on paper. But I don't know how they're going to play on the field. But this is a tough team to get through. If they can give a good fight, it'll be a good start. Because otherwise, you don't want, like, I don't want them to, like, be the whipping boys this season. Certainly, last season was enough.
True. True. It's sad for me that MI is at the bottom of the table.
Yeah, they won't be there for long. But what I would say about Mumbai is that it's not going to be as easy as before. When they used to come, they lose 4 or 5 games and still win the title. That time there's 8 teams, 10 teams is going to be different. If you're going to
Absolutely.
losing 5, 6 games, it's going to be a bit different. But I think Mumbai will come back. I don't have a doubt about that. They still have players there who can win them games. Of course, it's not as great as before, but like a Bumrah is not going to get hit 12 and over every game.
Ooh, that was crazy.
That's not going to happen every game. If that does, then we'll enjoy
That's
it.
a big problem for us.
Yeah, I don't think that will happen. So
Yeah.
someone like
So your
these
player of the day to watch out tomorrow?
mine, it's from let me, because I'm going to be biased, but so let me give you two options. From Rajasthan, I'm going to go Sanju Samson. I feel that he always starts well for Rajasthan. Doesn't necessarily convert that into consistency, but he does start well. He gets some big runs. Butler always there's someone against Sunrisers who will perform, but I will go Sanju Samson from Rajasthan. And from Sunrisers, Nicholas Puran. I'm excited to see him. It's
Both
he's
the keepers.
he doesn't waste time, right? Like, I hope he doesn't waste time. Yeah, he's someone who will get out or smash it, and when he hits it, he hits them big. So I'm excited to watch him. He's a player that I would. He'll entertain. I don't think Sunrisers had a middle order batsman like that in a while in terms of reputation to hit sixes. They always had that top order, right? But someone coming in, finishing games like that, hitting sixes, I don't think they had this. So I'm excited to see him. Whether we see the Nicholas Pooran that we want to see, that's a different question.
Hopefully
Yeah,
it goes well.
yeah. Hopefully, your last second prediction.
For tomorrow's game?
Yeah,
I'll go with Rajasthan Royals.
Rajasthan Royals. Yeah, that's a good shout. I'm going Sunrisers, but that's a
Yeah,
good shout.
obviously, no doubts on that.
Rajasthan, yeah. This is not like this is a better team, more all-rounder team than last time, and because they have, like, bases covered. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you so much for joining me. I know that you have to go now, and I will catch you.
I join you.
I will catch you tomorrow after the games. Hopefully, enjoy the match, and thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, stay tuned for the latest updates. Take care.
Take care.